So that's what we need to accomplish today. James, why don't you start us out?
Sure. We've agreed to keep production moving while we get a handle on what's happening with our new offering. Steve's working to determine if the market analysis is a general trend or a spike in regional demand. That will have an impact on our standard and optional components. Bottom line, as I see it, we'll have a calendar setback of maybe 10 days. But we have room to maneuver, so we will make our deadline. Now, to keep things under control, I want any new changes to come to my attention, and I will set the schedule accordingly. That's about it for me.
Sounds good. Thanks, James. Steve?
Well, I'm very excited about the way we're turning this around. Like James said, we're taking steps to validate the findings. Region 7, that's the biggie. We're redoing this survey there. Jeannie tells me that the data from Region 7 may be skewed, but even so, still a bellwether indicator of where the industry is going. So we have to take that into account. Now, this is really great. As far as we can tell, the competition isn't moving in this direction, so we're pumped. Looks like the philosopher was right. Out of crisis, opportunity.
Wonderful. Doug, how are things in your area?
Pretty good, actually. I had a really good meeting with James and his team, and then with Jeannie. We went through the design elements and were able to create a customer response template that looks promising. It'll be a challenge, but we shouldn't have too much trouble introducing new methodology. I think a big plus was finding outsourced suppliers who have a whole new angle on component integration. Part of that includes built-in technical support that we can access. In other words, I see a more reliable offering for our customers. That ought to make them happy.
Excellent. Jeannie?
Oh, as Doug pointed out, we now have several vendors who specialize in JCS component integration.
What was that again?
JCS? Oh, sorry, Joint Customer Support. I think it's just a fancy term they use for keeping customers like us current on technology, but it's something we haven't done very well for the past few years. We've also received excellent input on distribution options, which we're incorporating, so we're less likely to be burdened with stale inventory. This is definitely keeping us on the right track.
Well, it sounds like we've got this situation in hand. Congratulations to each of you for handling a potentially explosive situation in a thoroughly creative and timely manner.
Steve, we're back on track.
Okay, let's move on, shall we? Item 2 on the agenda.